Rick, our side hustle today. We're going to be taking the Mustang. We're going to leave the F-150 behind because we are going to go install a new HSF product. And we're going to do some filming, which is why I've got the media bag, because we're going to do a lot of filming today. And also, since we're driving the Mustang, let's go ahead and start some like adjustments to the suspension. So right now the rear has been clicked over, one click of the coilover softer, so that I can see how that goes, because we got a nice little 30-minute drive over to Travis's place, and there should be plenty of time to experience maybe a little softer ride with the new sway bar and all this other stuff. We'll hit it a couple times just to make sure we like what we feel. And also, Travis drove this car before the sway bar, and he thought that I needed a new. He thought I needed a sway bar, so now we have a sway bar, and we're gonna make it softer. So we're gonna get Travis to drive the Mustang and see what he thinks about it. Pretty interesting. So yeah, let's go ahead and head that way. Alright, let's get us a cold start. Sorry, neighbors. Alright, let's roll out. So here at Travis's, the car ran nice and smooth, nice and soft. Hi, Travis.
Hey. Not flexing hard enough.
Yeah. We're boxing stuff.
Trying. I keep forgetting hardware. I'm like a dummy, dude.
Everybody's gonna get their stuff and go like, how do I bolt this in?
Yeah.
I've
been pretty surprised. I've seen pictures of people bolt these in with the OEM hardware and no spacers, and I'm like, but how did you do that, first off?
No, we're not going to replace the powder coating. So we got a big brake kit that we're going to install today, and front and rear.
Yes.
Yeah, front and rear. Sometimes
front and rear, 16-inch front rotors, 6 piston in the front, 4 in the back, 7 parking brake.
Nice. And so
big boy stuff.
We're going to put this on, we're going to check some fitment, dial in the kit to be nice and plug and play. And then these will be for sale at HoustonSpeedFreaks.com, where if you have a Ford Explorer and you would like big brake kits, they will be available. Got some aluminum strut bars, we got some freshly made. Ooh, thank you.
Got Red Bull. What's that Red Bull sponsor?
Oh, this one's gloss. Oh, and metallic.
That's called Ford.
It's like a tuxedo
blue
thing?
or something.
Oh, it is a little blue. Check that out. It's got a little bit of a. I mean, it's not blue, but it's like a turquoise.
It's called Ford Blue Metallic. So that's how it's going to be called.
That's pretty cool. Hey, you're missing a rivet.
Yeah. I ran out, but I got more in. I haven't put one on there yet.
Rivet. The rivet man. Alright, so basically we're going to wait for the guy to show up, and then we will have a big brake kit to install, and we need to let Travis drive the Mustang with the new sway bar and the softer suspension, because he drove it before and he said it feels weird. It feels funny.
It was like a big fucking old muscle car.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how he likes it.
Turn your big muscle car. That's where that came from. Is people not running their sway bars.
That's right. Well, we have one now, so.
Ryan was just forcing that motherfucker to turn for years now.
We got throttle steer, okay? We got a muscle cart. So another Ford Explorer ST, big brakes, big HSF brakes. Got the new braided line, fresh brake pads, even the rear. Those are 16-inch rotors. So you got the electronic park brake with a larger caliper. On the stock one, the park brake goes to the It's on the stock caliper, but this is also larger rotor, bigger caliper with the additional electric parking brake. It comes with brake lines, but the brake lines actually, we got to work that out in the kit. And then we also have some interceptor shocks going on. So time to go test drive, put the wheels back on, and feel that improvement. Also shake down if there's anything else loose or needs to be addressed.
Hey, let me see the brake cleaner.
No. Oh, yeah. Brake cleaner. Heck yeah. The wheels look good. They kind of look like classic kind of Scat Pack-ish, but not really. Five spokes. Just like normal.
Look at those brakes. Yeah,
Let's go get some tacos. Maybe some chicken. KFC. Heck yeah. So we gotta make a O'Reilly's runs for some supplies.
O'Reilly?
Because we ran out of brake fluid.
Yeah.
And then we're trying to use a Bobo ass, you know, capless brake clean can. It's like he's like trying to like smash the can on whatever he wants to try and clean, and then it has like this weird spraying effect. So not only do you clean what you were trying to clean,
Definitely got some on my mouth. Don't recommend.
but you clean everything and including your mouth.
Yes.
Because it drips down, it sprays
It
everywhere.
kind of ran down the frame rail right into my mouth. Burn the lips a little bit.
It has a hint of cinnamon to it, you know?
190 proof.
Thank you. Extended vacations. Extended businesses offering $1,000 small business loans when you switch to qualifying HD package. Company with over 99.99% network provider. Comcast business.
All right, so that was a pretty good install. Big brake kit on the Ford Explorer. Those were 16-inch front rotors, and I think it's like a 15-inch rear rotor, but it's basically a big 6-piston caliper in the front. I think it's just a 4-piston for the back, but it's still a pretty gnarly big caliper in the rear. But you also retain that electronic parking brake that comes OEM from Ford. It's just going to be separate on the other caliper, which, man, those things look pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. They work really well. It is an improvement over the stock one. You can get some track pads for them. You can get I think they have a few different colors options, but that particular guy got the black calipers. He's got the drilled slotted rotors, and they also have like the aluminum hats, which, I mean, it has everything you would want in a nice high-end big brake kit. And for a Ford Explorer, hey, it only helps, right? There are different brake options you can get for the Ford Explorer. Like, you could put GT500, like, Shelby GT500 brakes on a Ford Explorer. It's just a bracket change. Like, you use the same rotor that a GT500 would use. You use the same caliper. It's just a bracket that is specially made and machined so that it puts it at the correct position on a Ford Explorer. And you can have Shelby GT500 brakes. You can also have the GT350 brakes. You know, that Ford Explorer, it's basically like a big fat Mustang. IRS 8.8. You can convert the brakes pretty easily. All the wheels are interchangeable. The drag, you know, offsets and stuff, they're all interchangeable. So yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for the video. You know, race car side hustle. We got paid pretty good because we got to feed the beast. We got to keep on going. We got to get ready for the next track event. You know, we got to get a few more little upgrades. We need to fine tune some things. We got to make the Mustang better. We got to get faster somehow, right? Oh, I completely forgot. Actually, let's talk about the new settings. The softer ride, I'm liking it. I am liking it because the softer suspension setting feels much better, and it doesn't feel like I'm losing any grip or losing anything going to the softer rear. So I'm happy about that. But guys, hit the like button below. Comment down below. Do you have a race car side hustle? Is there something that you do to help fund and feed the beast for you to go racing, drag racing, road racing? Is there something that you do that helps you afford your hobby? Let me know. And if it's your first time here, I want you to think about subscribing, and I will see you guys later. Cause this thing ain't cheap, man. This thing ain't cheap. It ain't cheap, man. You gotta feed the beast, you know? Get that money. Hustle. Blue strips.